It's time for one of the least pleasant chores, but still an important one to do. This year, I've done it every week, and unfortunately last week with the honey harvest, I had to skip a week of cleaning the coop here. So, I've got 2 weeks of collected material to clean up. I made my job harder, but what the heck? You know, honey harvest was an important priority. So this is an unpleasant job. I don't know if y'all recall, Mike Rowe had a TV show called Dirty Jobs. I think this qualifies. Okay, so got the first 2 ramps out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to collect all the chicken manure and get the chicken manure out of here. I can't clean it perfectly to clean, you know, like washed off. I may do that later this summer, we'll see. But it actually cleans up pretty well when I get most of the manure out of here. So these were our kind of creative invention. We call those the shields. So you've got the chicken roosting areas, and then above each roosting area, all the way down at the bottom here, is where the ducks roost. But in each one of these roosting areas, we've put these shields above them. And my original design was, if there wasn't a lot of poo, I'd be able just to kind of scrape it off. So I had my daughter, who is a welder, Chloe, who's actually out there right now, cleaning up another part of the barn. I had her make this thing for me, which is the exact same sort of scalloped edge as this. So when it works really well, I can just do that. So that part of the design and thought was really great. However, the one thing that I really didn't anticipate was just the volume that they would add. So the other design component that I had is I made it so they couldn't take off really easily, the shields do. So they can just come out. And I find that just using the tool to knock everything down actually works out pretty well. I'm not going to play with that one anymore. That's a fine demo. I'll demo the rest by actually doing it now. But they've got that little piece of wood on the back, and that frame locks them into that dimension right there. It's tacked on there so that it's all very light for me to lift and release. But here we go. So it looks like yuck now. Oh, the other flat edge of this scraper is really good for this. Okay. So we're going to put this. Oh, boy, that really jammed right up under my fingernail and my glove. Look at that. Ouch. Owie. Nothing like a piece of hay in your glove. Okay, back at it. So, the other thing I did is I thought I'd be able to reach these. Yeah. And then we put one more row on, just so that we could add more chickens. That was kind of the intent of this space. It's built into our new barn. So to get that top row, this one comes up. This was my original ramp design. However, they needed more than that. That's why I have those other 2 ramps that I remove. Sometimes the way you design isn't the way it needs to really be. All right, I think I can reach everything from there. So we'll come on up. And we had up there in the corner a little wild bird's nest. I think they're done, so I can probably pull that out of here for the year. All right, so we'll come over here to start. in there. All right. Okay, and get these, and here's where it really doesn't pay for having gone 2 weeks. Everything just about that I need a ladder to reach. Get over in this corner over here. There's a few places once we got them moved in here this year that I did not expect them to make a mess as much. Kind of a built into the barn spot. That was one of them. The other one's right over here. This particular 4x4 catches a lot of extra waste. All right, I think we're done with the ladder. I'm gonna get that out of here because space is at a bit of a premium as I'm doing this job. And before I pull it out, let's go ahead and maybe get a better manure pile going here. So I've got some place to stand, which is not in a pile of manure. All right, there we go. One thing out. And here we are in Barn Cleaning Central. Thank you, everybody. A dusty job, to be sure. Get back, ducks. No. You're just going to be unhappy. You should leave. If you need to lay an egg, you just hang on to it for a while. Or find someplace else. It was kind of a leap of faith to build all these shields out and not know what the cleaning amount really was going to be like. I was pleasantly surprised that it works. This thing would work better had I made another couple of inches. I mean, for the most part, I mean, the idea was spot on, but then I went back up here. So it kind of works, but it doesn't really get everything. So it was, you know, wasn't a bad idea. If I take it off, you see how much I get. Oh no, did I panic? The leghorn? Those leghorn chickens are scared of everything. Alright. This one can come back up here too. This is why I should never clean anything in the middle first. Good enough. All right. Now, let's get these. I know you're down there, ducks. Would y'all like to change your mind and leave? Uh-huh. that I didn't see back here. You just wait right up there. All right, now we got this area pretty well cleaned out. Bring all the, oh yeah, I forgot to do this. We got this area. Forms sort of an internal shield. There's a trap door. Had to build these things so that I could get the ducks and chickens in here together. The ducks don't roost. They need to be on the floor. And I didn't want the chickens to just poop on them all the time. So that was our solution. All right, there we are. All right. 2 more. No, just 1 more here. All right. 1 more level. And we're done scraping. Really? Oh, the drama. Yeah, I'm in here. Do you need me to pause my recording? Now, get some finishing touches, raking things up here. Hey there, I'm about ready for a wheelbarrow if you're in a position to share. You got it. Thank you.
apart and just runs you over. So the fact that the puppy he was looking at was too energetic. Yeah.
Are you guys actively filling, or can I grab it?
Fuck. I forgot about that for a second.
Oh, thanks. Let's see, I need a shovel. Can I borrow a flat shovel?
Yep.
I'll let you get in there so then I can shove it in there.
Yeah, thanks. Everybody out, you guys out. Yeah, that's perfect right there. And then if I could get any shovel. We're probably going to need 2 loads. Thank you. Okay, I think I'm ready for a wheelbarrow haul if you're up for it, Dylan. Okay. What the hell? Thank you. Chickens. And these little blocks are just their jumping stones, so they can jump up into their nesting area, laying area there. Thank you. Probably shouldn't have put that back right yet. All right, well, step one Our chicken cleanup is almost done. Really, that first one is just getting rid of the manure. That is, of course, the biggest part of the chore. Alright, I think that's as much chicken manure as I'm getting out of there. Hey Dylan, could you come pull this back for me?
Yeah.
And I'll... Yeah, no problem, thanks. Thank you. Leave it there and I'll sweep up the rest.
You're gonna release Joey on account of good behavior. You should report to your parole officer on Monday.
Nice. In here on the stall mats, we can use a broom as opposed to a rake, which works a little bit better. Oh, they've done a marvelous job on the barn as well, getting it cleaned up.
Do you want to film the resetting of it?
I'm going to work on the chicken stuff. I'm going to finish the chicken stuff. I'll tell you what, maybe next week, how about if I give you the GoPro?
Okay.
And you just do a run of the barn? I think that'd be fabulous, if you're up for it.
We're nearly done. You're gonna get done, and we're gonna just get the rest out here and reset. So if you wanted to get that as a video today,
Okay.
you could do that. If
All
you
right.
wanted at least just the reset.
That I can do. All right, let's pull this over. There we go. Yay. Such a great feeling when it's there. All right. Now we need to get our chicken area reset, including these. I know you guys need to get in there and lay your eggs. I'm in your way and it is just not cool. So I am almost done. First, the trap door needs to go back up. Then, you know, I've got the water right here. What I could do which is probably worth doing. Oh look, rando duck egg. What about down here? Nothing there. That would mean we're at 11 duck eggs for today. I got that one right up there. All right, let's do this. We're going to need some more water, and that's on its way. Let's give it another hour for the garden hose. I don't do the rinse off here every week, but you know, sometimes when chore worlds collide, like this one just happened to have a little water going, things just work out. I think that's significantly better than it started, so I'm willing to go with that. Yes. This one needs to come down first. Never fun when I forget that. And I get everything else done. And I've forgotten that ramp. Here. Alright, got that in place. Next, straw. You guys are done? Yep. Perfect timing. I'm about to put together the straw and the stuff for the chicken coop.
Grab the other.
And then I'll do the diatomaceous earth when everything's wrapped up. I'll just give it a whole barn of coating. Yeah. You want to grab a bale of hay or a straw?
Sure.
I can go with you. That's exactly what I'm after too, so.
You want to get it because you got pants that don't
Sure.
straw on your shoes?
Let's see if I've got an easy grab out here on the pile.
Did you hand feed the turkey yet?
Yeah. She's happy to eat out of your hand. I'll get that one next week. Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually want to move them tonight. Because they really want out. And they're ready. What?
Oh, you got the dual light set up now.
Ah, yes. Okay, we've got straw, which is the next ingredient. Actually, the majority of the straw is going to come over here and go with the goats. So we'll go ahead and leave it here. Let's take a bunch of this for the chickens. I think yeah, let's use up the rest of the shavings with them. And then I don't know that I'm going to get more. All right, let's add a bit of broken up straw. these safely in with the others before they get hurt. Up here, I got some there. You're gonna get some extra straw around you. I know. It's a little rude for me just to straw right on top of you, but mostly where I throw the wads of straw, and they will move it wherever they want it to be. I've learned the hard way. I can put it where I think it needs to go. You can do a lot of work to try and help them, and then they'll just do whatever they want. All right, that's got to be good enough. Water's almost there. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? Be up there making a mess of it now? That ought to hold. Doesn't get that messy if I just do this every week. All right, now for the finishing touch. That's this. So what is the finishing touch? This is diatomaceous earth. This is just super fine, super powdery, super dry, super dusty stuff that is actually edible. It's good for, it's a dietary supplement, it can be. But the thing about it is, when it comes in contact with insects, it's got such sharp edges on the very fine crystals that it cuts them. And they can't take it. Sure, actually let me do this first. So what I do to get everything with a coating of this diatomaceous earth, yep, I just kind of launch it up here to put a cloud of it in the air. I figure it'll settle on everything. Probably not great to breathe that in, but let's let that. Now, just for sport, let's also do it in the barn. Well, I'm hoping that helps. We do seem to have remarkably low numbers of flies in the barn. And of course I've got respiratory ailments. Can't figure out why. Not really. Okay. Now let's let the kids back so they can play in the clean and happy barn. And then I will go get the water. You guys have a clean barn to play in. You like that? I'll make you happy. Whew. Nothing like sucking down a lungful of diatomaceous earth. We could use some more water in that pond. So my previous run, I really like that with that ratio timer. I can kind of be confident that I can forget about needing to be out here to shut it off exactly when I need to. There we go.